I'm Samantha from Appster, and I'm here with the co-founder of the wonderful app that's just hit the App Store, Bonzar, Mr. Chris Henry. How are you?
Good, thanks. Very well.
So, you're in the world of apps now, I guess?
Yes.
Is that what you've always done?
No. I used to be in earth science before, geology and geophysics.
Wow, that's a world away from what you're doing now. How did the transition come about?
It was actually out of necessity through some online gaming, ironically, and had an idea that spawned from that because of an event that happened for an online friend that I didn't really know, and their son had died, and there was no way that we could send him flowers or any sort of appreciation to say our condolences.
Yeah, so that's what Bonzar is?
No, Bonza is more than that. Bonza enables people to extend their relationships that they have either on social media or through, say, an online dating profile or any, whether it's a hookup profile like Tinder or anything like that. They can use an email address, and because an email address is a lot more impersonal, they don't have to disclose any of their personal information. So they can share gifts between each other just using an email address.
Fantastic. So is that the idea that you came to Appster with many moons ago, or
Yes.
has it pivoted slightly, or?
It has pivoted slightly, and we have worked on it a little bit more. The Appster team was fantastic, helped flesh out a few more ideas and also streamline the process. So it became a lot more easier for buyers and users to utilise it as opposed to my ideas. And we came up with a really good product.
And so you're happy so far?
Oh, very happy. Very, very happy.
So let's go back. So prior to coming to Appster here, is this a project that you self-funded, or did you have to go out and find investment for, or?
No, I pretty much self-funded all of it. I mean, I sold my home and a whole lot of things because I believed in the idea so much. And after I left my job, 100% of my time and energy has gone into this app.
Fantastic. So you started with one of our RCW workshops?
Mm-hmm, yes.
And how did you find that experience?
Fantastic. We sat down, fleshed out the idea, come up with some whole new takes and ideas of where to take this, and even future add-ons that I have planned for it. We've discussed that. But helped me understand really the additional requirements that I might have overlooked as well. The team was fabulous. We looked at the marketing concepts, how it's going to, which audience we're going to attract, the utilization, the usability of the app. It was really good, very good.
Fantastic. And then going from the RCW, obviously made the decision to go into development.
Mm-hmm. And
how did you came to that decision? How did you come to that decision?
Well, I came to that decision because, I really believed in this idea. And it came about through, I think it was young Mark McDonald. We sat down and talked for a number of, an hour or so, 2 hours. And he believed in the idea as well. And everyone here did. And so that also helped me push and believe in the idea more myself. When we came into development, I had a really good team. Shelley, hi Shelley, she did a fantastic job. I loved her work, and the whole team here did an excellent job.
Oh, good. So you felt comfortable the whole way. Obviously, you don't have an IT background, so is it something that you felt comfortable the whole way through that you?
No. I was comfortable with you guys, but I was uncomfortable internally because I was a little unsure about how the process was unfolding. However, and this is the big one is you guys were the second development team that I had approached. The first developers, when I had pre-signing any contracts, which I didn't sign with them, they used the old techniques of, here's your design, here's your app, we're going to manufacture it, and 12 months later come back and here it is, and then you can test it.
Yeah.
I didn't like that, and the fact that they were going to withhold my IP for themselves. Came to you guys and I spoke to Mark about it, and it was completely different. You guys use a more methodical approach that's also organic to be able to say, look, every step of the way we get you to monitor and watch the process unfold, and then have further input into anything and flesh out the ideas more. So instead of just having a basic app that originally was the original concept, we fleshed out a much deeper more usable app because of that.
And you're able to make changes along the way throughout development.
Precisely right. And there were a number of changes, either my ideas or Appster's ideas that we collaborated upon, and I think we come up with a fabulous concept.
So talk to me about the back end kind of thing. So if I wanted to create an app for something that you do, like giving gifts, for example, did you have to go out and source the vendors yourself and get all the information and kind of put that into the app yourself, or is it something that Google kind of gives you a subscription to, or how does that work?
Okay, what happened with the vendors is I've approached each of the vendors. So anyone that has anything on the Bonzar store is an authorised and approved vendor. So these vendors have the capability and have their own passion of their own product to sell. So yeah, each vendor that's on there has been sourced by me and approached by me.
And it's all secure. What about, so if I wanted to, say you wanted to send me some flowers for whatever reason, how do I know that you're not going to be able to get my delivery information if you're the one sending it?
That's a really good question. What happens is the approach we take is that the sender doesn't get to receive any information about the receiver. And the receiver holds all the power. They have all the information given to them. They know who the sender is in terms of their email address. They can choose to accept or decline a gift or even block a user. Now, when the vendor receives the information of the receiver about where to send the gift, well, they get given a different code to make sure that the sender is never aware of the receiver's details. And I'm very happy with the result. Very happy.
Good to hear. What's the plans for the future for Bonzar?
Oh, I've got heaps of plans. Well, to start with, an Android version. Once an Android version is done, I'd like to take it international, and so we can get it to more countries, so anybody around the world can gift to each other. Because at the moment it's only in Australia, and I think that's a really good small testing pool to start with before we expand. That way, any more of the bugs can be ironed out, and we can see how much traction we get.
And so, correct me if I'm wrong, you have at this point launched an MVP, is that correct?
Yes.
So I guess that's one of the features and great things about launching an MVP. You can test your market with real-time data.
Precisely. So I can monitor how many users I'm getting, how often they stay, how often they buy, getting some really good feedback and good time data to justify any investment when I approach some investors to come on board and expand this concept.
I guess, and also what to put in your next version and move forward that way.
Yeah, and there's so many plans that I have with it. And it's more than just a gift-giving exercise that I have planned for it. For example, I have a charity version that I'd like to set up for it too. And that's something that I've got planned. And that's just one of plenty of plans for the app.
And are you planning to develop your Android version with Appster?
Yes, very much so. I wouldn't go to anyone else.
Well, that's nice to know.
Not to mention additional stuff done to the app as well that some of the guys here just really thought, look, this is a really good idea. Let's try this and add value to the app by creating, more usability, easier functions, better looking design, and it eventually fleshed out to something quite beautiful. I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm very happy with Appster, I tell you.
Oh, that's good. And we're glad that you're happy with your app and it's working and all those kinds of things as well.
I tell everyone about you guys.
Do you?
Yeah, right. I do. Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you very much for your time today.
You're welcome.
And best wishes with Bonzar. Can't wait till it's out on the Google Play Store so me and Android user can download it as well.
I'm looking forward to that too.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.